Good morning, students. Just recall your memory and try to answer my questions. Who became the Palayakarars of Panchalam Kurichi? Veerapandiya Kattabomman. Name the members of the Committee of Madras Council. William Brown, William Oram and John Casa Major. Where was Kattabomman hanged to death? At Kayathar. When did Marudu brothers issued a proclamation? In 1801. Which rebellion is a landmark event in the history of Tamil Nadu? South Indian Rebellion. Now we'll move on into another personality as Dheeran Chinnamalai and the outbreak of Vellore revolt. What are the causes, consequences and causes of the war? We'll see one by one. The first one is about Dheeran Chinnamalai. Dheeran, born as Tirthagiri in 1756, Dheeran was well trained in Silambu, archery, horse riding and modern warfare. That is, in the royal family, the boy students will learn this kind of warfare methods. Kongu region was under the control of Mysore Sultan. Kongu region, that is, the district consists of Karur, Erode, Tirupur and Salem. This four districts together is known as Kongu region. It was under the control of Mysore Sultan, and this Sultan, he kept his Diwan Muhammad Ali to collect taxes. Once, when the Diwan was returning to Mysore with the tax money, Tirthagiri blocked its way and confiscated all the tax money. Now, this Dheeran, he blocked the way and he took all tax money from Muhammad Ali. Not only that alone, he let Muhammad Ali go by instructing him to tell his Sultan that Chinnamalai, who is between Sivamalai and Chennimalai, was the one who took away taxes. Actually, Sivamalai and Chennimalai are the mountainous regions of our eastern Ghats. Whereas our Dheeran, he kept his name as Chinnamalai. He considered himself as a mountain. So he told like this: Chinnamalai, who is between Sivamalai and Chennimalai, was the one who took away taxes. Thus he gained the name Dheeran Chinnamalai. So here Dheeran shows the braveness. Then Chinnamalai, he gave a mountain name to him to show his bravery. The offended Diwan sent a contingent to attack Chinnamalai, and both the forces met and fought at the Noyal river bed. Chinnamalai emerged victorious. So he took, that is our Dheeran, he took the tax money from Muhammad Ali. So Tipu's army made an attack towards our Chinnamalai, and both the forces met at Noyal river bed. Noyal, it is a tributary of our river Kaveri. But during that war, Chinnamalai emerged victorious. After Tipu's death, Dheeran Chinnamalai built a fort and fought the British without leaving the place. Hence, the place is called Oda Nilai. So, after the death of Tipu Sultan, Dheeran Chinnamalai, he built a fort and he bravely fought against the British without leaving the place. So, that place is called as Oda Nilai. That is, he stands still. That is the meaning, Oda Nilai. He launched guerrilla attacks and evaded and captured. Guerrilla, whether you remember this guerrilla warfare, that is our Veera Shivaji of Maratha region, they follow guerrilla warfare. Same way here Dheeran Chinnamalai also follow guerrilla warfare and attack the British. Finally, the British captured him and his brothers and kept them in prison in Sangagiri. So he, and that is Dheeran Chinnamalai, and the brothers were kept in a prison at Sangagiri. When they were asked to accept the rule of the British, they refused. So they were hanged at the top of the Sangagiri fort on 31st July 1805. that is the British people, they forced to accept their rule in that region, but they refused. They means here Dhiran Chinnamalai and his brothers. So they were hanged at the top of Sangagiri fort on 31st July 1805. That is the end of Dhiran Chinnamalai. So here Dhiran Chinnamalai born in 1756, and in the first he attacked Tipu's Diwan Muhammad Ali and he confiscated all the tax money, and the war arose between Mysore Sultan and Dhiran Chinnamalai. Then in that war, Chinnamalai he emerged victorious. After that, he built a fort and he fight against the British without leaving the place. Hence, that place was called as Oda Nilai. And finally, the British captured him and his brother, and they forced to accept British rule, but they refused. So they were hanged to death at Sangagiri Fort on 31st July 1805. Now we'll move on into Vellore Revolt of 1806. Actually, this Vellore Revolt is considered as a first revolt against the British in India. Consider the Tamil people were the first to resist against the British. Now we'll move into Vellore Revolt. After the suppression of resistance of Kattabomman and Marudu brothers, the British charged the Nawab of Arcot with disloyalty and forced a treaty on him. After killing our Kattabomman and Marudu brothers, now the British they made a treaty with Nawab of Arcot. According to this treaty of 1801, the Nawab was to cede the districts of North Arcot, South Arcot, Tiruchirappalli, Madurai and Tirunelveli to the company and transfer all the administrative powers to it. So the British they forced Nawab to hand over the regions like North Arcot, South Arcot, Tiruchi, Madurai and Tirunelveli to the company, as well as to transfer all the administrative powers to it. So in that way, the British they made a treaty with Nawab of Arcot in 1801. The dispossessed little kings and feudal chieftains continued to deliberate on the future course of action against the company government. That is, after signing the Treaty of 1801, the local chieftains they deliberately decided for the future course of action against the British India. The outcome was the Vellore Revolt of 1806. The objective condition for the last ditch fight existed on the eve of the revolt. That is, the outbreak of the deliberate movement was our Vellore Revolt of 1806. The Chipais in the British Indian Army nursed a strong sense of resentment over low salary and poor prospects of promotion. That is, Chipais, those soldiers of the Indian Army, they were nursed with strong sense of resentment. Actually, the soldiers, they face lots of trouble and problems among the Indian Army managed by the British. They gave low salary and they gave only a little promotion for them. The English army officers scant respect for the social and religious sentiments of the Indian Chipais also angered them. The state of peasantry from which the class the Chipais had been recruited also bothered them much. That is, the British officers, they interfere in the religious sentiment of the people, because among the Indian Chipais here we have Hindus and Muslims. So they have their own religious sentiment, but in that the British officers they interfere. So that made anger for them. Not only that alone, the peasantry condition, that is in agriculture also, they introduce a lot of taxes for them. So that also made bother for our Indian soldiers. with new experiments in land tenures causing unsettled conditions and famine breaking out in 1805, many of the Chipais family were in dire economic straits. That is, the British introduced a new land tenure system and they collected heavy taxes from the people and they didn't settle any problem, so that unsettled conditions they faced. During that time there is outbreak of famine means in Tamil panjam. So famine took in 1805, and during that time the Chipais family they faced a very critical economic condition because that men were in the army, they were paid low wages, they are unable to feed their family here. So in that way they face untold miseries. The most opportune situation come with the sons and the family members of Tipu being interned in Vellore Fort. That is, the Tipu's family members, they interned in Vellore Fort and they made this Vellore revolt. The trigger for the revolt came in the form of a new military regulation notified by the Commander-in-Chief Sir John Cradock. That is, the British Army officer Sir John Cradock, he introduced a new military regulation for the Indian soldiers. According to the new regulation, the Indian soldiers were asked not to wear caste marks or earrings when in uniform. That is, caste marks means that is they keep puttu like that, no, means that one, and earrings were when they wear uniform. That is, the army people, they want to wear a uniform. During that time they should not wear any religious things. They were be cleanly shaven on the chin and maintain uniformity about how their mushak look. That is, for mushak also they want to follow a regulation made by the British. Then not only that alone, the new turban added fuel to fire. That is, the most objectionable addition was the leather cockade made of animal skin. Leather cockade means a leather hat made of animal skin. The Chipais gave enough forewarning by refusing to wear the new turban. Yet the company administration did not take heed because religiously the Muslims as well as the Hindu people, they won't use any animals because the people will consider cow as a sacred, and the Muslim people they consider pig as a Satan. So they refused to use this kind of animal skin, but they requested the British to stop using these kind of things, but they did not take heed, but they didn't solve that problem. That is the main grievances of Indian soldiers. All these things they accumulated and they made a revolt on the next day. Outbreak of the revolt, that is, on 10th July 1806 in the early hours, guns were booming and the Indian Chipais of the 1st and 23rd regiments raised their standard of revolt. That is, among the Chipais we have some groups, so they were called as regiments. So in the 1st regiment and 23rd regiment, they started booming their guns against the British. Colonel Fancourt, who commanded the garrison, was the first victim. Garrison means where they store all the weapons. So here we have Colonel Fancourt was first. He was killed by the soldiers. Then we have Colonel Mackerras of the 23rd regiment was killed next. Then Major Armstrong, who was passing the fort, heard the sound of firing. When he stopped to enquire, he was showered with bullets. About a dozen other officers were killed within an hour. That is, it was started on 10th July 1806. First they killed Colonel Fancourt, then Colonel Mackerras and Major Armstrong and other people nearly about dozen of other officers, nearly 12 officers were killed by this 1st and 23rd regiments. And not only that alone, among them we have Lieutenant Ellie and Lieutenant Popham belonged to His Majesty's battalions. So not only that alone, among those who died, here we have Lieutenant Ellie and Lieutenant Popham belong to His Majesty's battalion. That is, His Majesty means they belong to British. They were also killed. That is the course of our outbreak of the revolt. Major Coates, another man who was outside the fort, informed Colonel Gillespie. Colonel Gillespie, the cavalry commandant in Arcad region. Gillespie reached the fort along with a squadron of cavalry under the command of Captain Young at 9 a.m. So Major Coates, he called Colonel Gillespie, and Colonel Gillespie, he is a commander officer of Arcad region. So he called his command under Captain Young with the cavalry forces and arrived at Vellore at 9 a.m. In the meantime, the rebels proclaimed Fateh Hyder, that is Tipu's eldest son, as their new ruler and hoisted the tiger flag of Mysore Sultans in the fort. Before the arrival of the other British troops, here the revolters in the Vellore fort, they raised the tiger flag. Then they considered Tipu's eldest son Fateh Hyder as their ruler. But the uprising was swiftly crushed by Colonel Gillespie, who threw two winds all war ethics. So he took all the brave methods. They attack everyone. In the course of suppression, according to an eyewitness account, 800 soldiers were found dead in the fort alone. So the Major Coates, he called Colonel Gillespie. So Colonel Gillespie's forces, they suppressed this Vellore revolt and they killed nearly more than 800 soldiers, and 600 soldiers were kept in confinement in Tiruchirappalli and Vellore awaiting enquiry. So to inquire about them, they were considered as prisoners and they were kept in Tiruchi and Vellore fort. So that is the end of Vellore revolt. Now we'll move into the consequences of the revolt, that is, what are the results after the revolt. 6 of the rebels convicted by the court of inquiry were blown from the guns. That is, 6 rebels were killed by the British. Then 5 were shot dead, 8 were hanged. Okay, so 6 rebels were convicted by the court and they were blown from the gun, and 5 were shot dead and 8 were hanged, that is, hanged to death. Tipu's sons were ordered to be sent to Calcutta. The officers and men engaged in the suppression of the revolt were rewarded with prize money and promotion. That is, the British officers, they gave reward and prize money to the British military officers. Colonel Gillespie was given 7,000 pagodas. Then the commander-in-chief, Sir John Cradock, then Adjutant General Agnew and Governor William Bentinck were held responsible for the revolt. So they were removed from their office and recalled to England. They were the officers, that is John Cradock, he only made a new regulation in the military soldiers. So this made a trouble for the people, so they made a revolt. So for that purpose, the British, they recalled everything, these 3 persons, and they went to England. The military regulations were treated as withdrawn. So after the Vellore revolt, the new regulations were withdrawn by the British. That is the consequences of the revolt. Estimate of revolt. The Vellore revolt failed because there was no immediate help from outside. That is, the Vellore revolt was failed because there is no any support from other people. Recent studies show that the organizing part of the revolt was done perfectly by Subedar, Sheikh Adam, Sheikh Hamid and Sheikh Hussain. So Subedar, it is a grade in the military team. So we have Sheikh Adam, Sheikh Hamid and Sheikh Hussain. And not only that alone, we have Jamindar, Sheikh Qasim. So they were well organized, the Vellore revolt. Then Vellore revolt had all the forebodings of the Great Rebellion of 1807. So the British, they introduced this kind of new reforms in the military in 1806 in Vellore region. So only the revolt took place, and later the British withdrawn all new regulation. But later in 1857 they continued the same thing in the northern part of India, and the people made a revolt. That revolt is considered as a Great Rebellion of 1857. The only difference was that there was no civil rebellion following the mutiny. The 1806 revolt was not confined to Vellore fort. It had its echoes in Bellary, Walajabad, Hyderabad, Bangalore, Nandidurg and Sankari Durg. That is, it was not stopped only at Vellore fort, not only, and it echoes towards other parts of our Andhra Pradesh and Karnataka, Bellary, Walajabad, Hyderabad, Bangalore, Nandidurg and Sankari Durg. That is the estimate of revolt. Considering our Vellore revolt, that was the first revolt against the British in India. It was started by our brave Tamil people and followed by the other peoples and other states of our country. That is the Vellore revolt. Here we talk about under Vellore revolt, a treaty was signed in 1801 between the British forces and our Nawab of Arcot. That is, they want to hand over all the districts and all the administrative powers to the British. And not only that alone, the British made new regulation in the military soldiers, so that caused religious sentiment in the people's mind. And not only that alone, they gave low salaries and they gave poor prospects of promotion. And in 1805 the people faced a famine also, and that all that created troubles in the minds of people. So they took this revolt on 10th July 1806. That revolt was started by the Indian Chipais of 1st and 23rd regiments. Then they killed Colonel Fancourt and Colonel Mackerras, and we have Major Armstrong. And not only that alone, we have Lieutenant Ellie and Lieutenant Popcom. All they were killed by our Indian soldiers. Then Major Coates, who was outside the fort, he called Colonel Gillespie, and he arrived with his cavalry forces under the Captain Young at 9 a.m. and they suppressed the revolt and they killed more than 800 soldiers. And not only that alone, and 600 soldiers were kept in confinement in other places, and later they were killed. And not only that, the Tipu's sons were ordered to send to Calcutta, and the British officers, they gave prize money to the Colonel Gillespie, and they recalled some English officers like Sir John Cradock and General Agnew. Then we talk about the estimate of the revolt. The Vellore revolt was considered as a failure because there is no immediate help was raised from outside. And in that Vellore revolt, we have Sheikh Adam, Sheikh Hussain, Sheikh Hamid and Sheikh Qasim. They were the people, they made a well played role in the Vellore revolt. And followed by this Vellore revolt, that is it spread to other parts of in our India, Bellary, Walajabad, Hyderabad, Bangalore, Nandidurg and Sankari Durg. That is about the Vellore revolt. I hope you understood the lesson. Now you can mark all question answers for this lesson. Here detail 1, that is Kattabomman detail. It's such a big answer. It is a 8-mark answer. You want to write it along with side headings and point wise and do properly. Then, those who didn't buy the books, you insist your parents to get yours. You have to use a new revised edition for this year. So, try to get as quickly as possible. If you have any doubt, you can call me and clarify it. Thank you, Ma.